Do you believe in evolution?
This question of mankind's origins has captivated humanity for centuries.
There are a lot of indications that mankind, the human race, actually did not evolve on the planet Earth.
And despite numerous theories, we still don't have all the answers.
Discovered mechanism for protecting against that we're not aware of yet?
Possibly, but there's numerous lines of evidence.
Two of the most widely discussed explanations are the scientific theory of evolution and the biblical story of creation. Both have their merits, but leave many questions unanswered. Over the years, we've uncovered ancient artifacts, fossils, and evidence that add layers of complexity to our understanding of where we come from. In this video, we'll dive into these discoveries, explore various theories, and propose ideas that might help us understand how we became who we are today. The evolution theory. One of the most widely accepted explanations for the origin of humans is Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. Darwin's theory posits that all species, including humans, evolved from simpler forms of life over millions of years. According to this theory, humans evolved from ape-like ancestors, gradually developing traits such as larger brains, the ability to walk upright, and tool usage. Darwin's theory was groundbreaking in offering a naturalistic explanation for human existence, suggesting that humans were not created in a divine act, but rather emerged through gradual, natural processes. Central to Darwin's theory is the process of natural selection, or survival of the fittest, which means that individuals with traits better suited for survival are more likely to reproduce, passing those traits down to future generations. This gradual accumulation of advantageous traits over time results in the evolution of new species. Darwin's theory was bolstered by the discovery of genetics, which provided a mechanism to understand how traits are passed from one generation to the next. However, despite its success, the theory faces challenges. The biggest problem is the missing link in the fossil record, an intermediate species between humans and their ape-like ancestors that has yet to be discovered. Additionally, the complexity of the human genome has raised new questions. For a long time, scientists believed genes were static, but recent findings show that genes can adapt based on environmental factors. This adaptability complicates the idea of evolution as a straightforward process, and some scientists now believe evolution might be more dynamic and influenced by various factors, not just survival of the fittest. While Darwin's theory has shaped much of our understanding, it still leaves us with many questions about how humans developed into the complex beings we are today. Biblical perspective on creation. In stark contrast to the scientific theory of evolution, the biblical story of creation offers a much more direct account of how humanity came into being. According to the Bible, humans were created by God in His image, with no need for evolutionary processes. The book of Genesis provides a narrative in which God creates Adam, the first man, from the dust of the earth. He then creates Eve, the first woman, from Adam's rib. Together, they are placed in the Garden of Eden, a paradise where they live in harmony and peace. The story suggests that humanity's original state was perfect, but that perfection was lost when Adam and Eve succumbed to temptation. By eating the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge, they disobeyed God, leading to their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. This act is seen as the original sin, and the punishment of suffering and mortality has been passed down to all of humanity ever since. While the biblical creation story offers a neat and straightforward explanation for humanity's origin, it raises many questions. The Bible doesn't address why God created humans in the first place, nor does it explain why humans were given the freedom to fall into sin. The story also doesn't account for the diversity of human cultures, languages, and religions that have emerged throughout history. The Sumerian creation myth, for example, presents a different version of creation in which multiple gods, rather than just one, are responsible for creating humanity. In this myth, the gods Namu and Namu create humans in their image, and a figure named Enki oversees their creation. The Sumerian story also features Lilith, an early creation who was considered an equal to Adam before being replaced by Eve, a more submissive partner.
Lilith, plays a role in the understanding of evil in the world, like it's the result of the spawn of Lilith.
This myth shares several elements with the biblical narrative, yet it adds more complexity by introducing a polytheistic view. Despite these variations, the biblical version remains the most widely recognized and accepted story of creation, largely due to its widespread influence and long history across many cultures. Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. Do humans evolve from animals? Even if we accept Darwin's theory of evolution or the biblical creation story, one question remains. Are humans truly just another species of animal? While humans share many characteristics with other animals, such as basic biological functions and the ability to form social groups, there are several key aspects that set humans apart. For instance, humans are the only species known to use complex tools. While some animals, such as certain primates, use rudimentary tools to achieve specific tasks, humans have developed an unparalleled capacity for creating and using intricate tools for various purposes. From early stone tools to the technological marvels of today, human innovation in tool-making is unmatched in the animal kingdom. Another key distinction is our ability to communicate through complex language. While other animals, like dolphins or apes, can communicate with each other, human language is far more sophisticated. Human language enables us to convey abstract thoughts, emotions, and ideas with incredible precision. This ability has allowed humans to create art, literature, science, and entire societies, none of which are seen in other species. Furthermore, the human brain stands out among all animals. Our brains are larger in proportion to body size, and they are highly specialized for advanced cognitive functions such as reasoning, problem-solving, and creativity. The human brain allows us to engage in activities that require complex thought, such as philosophy, mathematics, and art, activities that no other species engages in. Humans are also unique in certain behaviors that other animals do not exhibit. For example, no other species practices prostitution, an exchange of sex for resources, which is a purely human development. Furthermore, humans are the only species that wear clothing. While some animals may use materials from their environment to shelter themselves or adorn their bodies, humans are the only ones who create clothing for warmth, protection, and social reasons. These traits demonstrate that humans are fundamentally different from other animals, and while we share many characteristics with them, there is something deeply unique about our species. The Russian shipwreck discovery. In 2019, Russian researchers made an intriguing discovery in the Baltic Sea: the wreckage of an 18th century ship that had sunk centuries ago. Among the artifacts recovered was an ancient book, written in German, that piqued the interest of historians. The book, though severely damaged from years submerged underwater, showed illustrations on its cover depicting a man and a woman. The title was mostly illegible, but believed to have begun with "The Life Story of." Based on the artwork, some historians speculate that this book may contain teachings related to human creation, offering new insights into humanity's origins. If correct, the book could hold valuable knowledge excluded from the traditional Christian Bible. Unfortunately, only 50 of its 500 pages could be examined due to its fragile condition. Further research might risk destroying it completely, leaving many questions unanswered. Nevertheless, this discovery raises intriguing possibilities about how ancient civilizations viewed the origin of humanity and whether forgotten texts offer a different perspective on our beginnings. The Voynich manuscript. One of the most mysterious artifacts in history is the Voynich manuscript, a 15th century book that remains undeciphered to this day. Discovered in 1912 by Wilfrid Voynich, the manuscript is written in an unknown script, and despite numerous attempts, scholars have been unable to crack the code. The book is filled with strange illustrations, including depictions of unidentifiable plants, fantastical creatures, and diagrams of human anatomy. These illustrations suggest the manuscript may contain knowledge about nature and human biology lost to time.
Voynich manuscript, I don't know if I'm saying it right, is this ancient manuscript that was found, it's hundreds of years old.
Of particular interest is the Fibonacci sequence, a mathematical pattern found throughout nature, which appears in the manuscript's illustrations. Some researchers believe the manuscript's text may reveal hidden knowledge about the natural world and the creation of life. The book's mysterious illustrations, along with its unknown language, point to a hidden code that might reveal insights into humanity's origins and the universe. Some speculate that the manuscript contains ancient knowledge about the creation of humankind, although this remains theoretical until deciphered. Regardless of its meaning, the Voynich manuscript continues to captivate historians, cryptographers, and scientists, fueling the belief that many ancient mysteries remain to be uncovered. This ongoing mystery of humanity's origins reminds us that no matter how much we learn, there is always more to uncover. Whether through science, religion, or ancient discoveries, the quest for answers continues to evolve. While theories like evolution and creation offer differing views, they also highlight how much we still don't know. Artifacts like the Russian shipwreck book and the Voynich manuscript reveal that there are hidden aspects of our history yet to be understood. As we move forward, one thing is certain: humanity's story is far from fully written, and the search for answers will persist.